Hi there, happy Monday, which means it is Mastery Monday, where I, Amy Ramsey, your host, am here every single Monday in your inbox and also on this YouTube channel, helping you really master your mindset, your life, and your business. And this week I want to talk to you about power. Because often we hear these messages of stand in your power, own your voice, stop playing small. And if you're anything like me, that could really not sit well with you. Or perhaps it doesn't quite resonate. And I had a really interesting conversation lately with a friend of mine, and it was all around this idea of what does power really mean? And how sometimes the introverts or the nice girls or the kind, compassionate souls in the room, sometimes we are the ones that get overlooked because we're not seen as being powerful. And it's because oftentimes people have this idea of power being the loudest voice in the room, or power being the most forceful, or power being the person who is standing on stage speaking to 500 people, or power being the one that's running the meeting or in control. And what I want to tell you today is that's absolutely not true. Power looks a lot of different ways. And so it is possible, first of all, for you to be you, for you to be authentic, nice, real, kind, compassionate, all of those amazing things that you already are. It is possible for you to be that and to be powerful. So for one, really look at what is your own definition of power? What does power really mean to you? I, for one, do not resonate with the loud, boisterous, always having to take over a meeting, always having something to say. That type of personality, that kind of, quote, power, yes, I'm bringing out the air quotes, that kind of power, it doesn't do it for me. And in fact, it's a pretty big turnoff for me. The kind of power I'm interested in is the kind of power that really comes from a way of being centered, grounded, and attracting energy, right? So have you ever been in a situation where maybe there's somebody in front of the room and they really seem like the person who's in power, and they are loud and boisterous and they have a ton of opinions? And you notice, though, that there's somebody who's pretty quiet in the room. And it's almost like they have this quiet power, and in a way, they're actually having more influence over the room than the person who's actually standing in the front of it. Sometimes this even comes up in relationships, right? Oftentimes there is a male-female dynamic. It can happen in all relationships, regardless of your sex. But oftentimes there's a dynamic where it seems like the, quote, man of the house or the guy is, kind of in charge. He's the one making the decisions. He's really in masculine energy around that. But if you dive a little deeper, you actually discover that it's the feminine that's actually leading that. It's the feminine that's making the decisions. My grandparents were an amazing example of this. So my grandmother was definitely the one kind of, making the decisions. And my grandfather, granddaddy, as we called him, he absolutely deferred to her. And so even though he was this big, 6'4" guy, dad of 4 daughters, very, big presence, when it came down to it, there was this energy that my grandmother had that was extremely powerful. And so, first of all, just looking at what is your definition of power? The second thing is really looking at where do you resist stepping into your power, standing in your power, or even wanting to be seen as more powerful, because you perhaps have these ideas in your head of what that power looks like, and you're like me, and you don't want to be seen that way. You don't want to be seen as the loudest person in the room. You don't want to be seen as almost like a bully type energy. You don't want to be seen as someone who is, completely taking over, not getting other people's opinions, has to always be in control. Because one of the things that really happens is we often have these ideas of what that looks like. And so then we actually resist being a certain way, and we resist certain things because we think that's what it needs to look like. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to look like that. So if you're resisting something around stepping into your power, sharing your voice, please know you absolutely can be nice, kind, compassionate, a very gentle supporter type energy and soul. You know, some of my clients might be surprised to know that to a lot of my friends, they say I'm the sweetest person they know. Now, my clients might be surprised by that because they pay me to push them. They pay me to hold them accountable, to push them a bit. And you know, at the end of the day, that is my very general nature. I'm quiet, I'm reserved, I'm introverted. Sometimes people will say, you know, why didn't you speak up? And I'll say, I didn't feel the need to. That's just not how I am. And let me tell you something, when I do speak up in situations like that, people truly listen. People truly listen. So if you want to be more powerful and still be you, I have an awesome, awesome thing to share with you today. My friend Amy Reimer is doing a absolutely free interview series. It's called Be the Real You. You can sign up at www.betherealyouseries.com. And, you know, if this conversation has really resonated with you on any level, I spend an entire 30 minutes, maybe a bit more because I'm a talker. I spend an entire 30 minutes talking with Amy about this subject and really helping you understand what it means to be powerful, and then really giving you some tools and tips and ways to tap into your power in a very strong, powerful way that is still very you. It's still very kind, nice, authentic, all of those beautiful things that I know you are. So I will put the link below this video as well, and you can sign up for that. My interview actually goes live today, so make sure you join. Again, it's completely free. It's our gift to you. It's an amazing conversation to be having, and it's something really that I think more people need to be talking about. And I think as we look at stepping into our businesses, stepping into what we want in life, not hiding, not playing small, not settling, you know, all of those kind of patterns that we can find ourselves in, it's a really important conversation to be having. If you know there is something else you want in your life, you know there is some other big goal, some other big dream that you have, this conversation I have with Amy is really going to help you move forward. All right, have an amazing Monday. Like I said, I'm here every single Monday. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel to make sure you don't miss any of these videos. Have an absolutely blessed, blissed out, and beautiful week. Bye.